A new report shows teachers are leaving the classroom at a record pace. The Wall Street Journal reports many are heading for work in the private sector, seeing increased pay to work in sales, software, healthcare, and other fields.
And this comes as this new survey gives us a closer look at ongoing issues in our schools and how we can work together to help teachers, students, educators, and the entire community. Here with us this morning to give us more insight into that survey is Becky Pringle, president of the National Education Association. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Charmaine and Amanda.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First, if you could tell us some of the key findings from this survey.
Let me begin by reminding everyone of the heroic work that our educators all over this country have been doing forever, but throughout this pandemic especially, innovating, standing in the gaps for our students, nurturing them, and ensuring they continue to learn. We need to thank them and uplift them. But what we're seeing is that they are increasingly experiencing burnout, that physical and mental and emotional exhaustion due to excessive and prolonged stress. Our survey revealed that over 55% of them, because of that, are planning to leave our profession early or retire early.
So was there any specific data that you found most alarming in this survey?
I have to say that it was all alarming, and it was absolutely sobering. When I talk about those 55%, not only do we talk about all of our teachers leaving the profession, but a particular concern is we are trying to diversify our profession, that we see increased numbers of teachers of color who are leaving. So 62% of our Black teachers are preparing to leave our profession, and 59% of Latino teachers. That is absolutely alarming. We as a country must step up in this moment, and we must do better to ensure that every single student has a qualified, caring, and committed teacher and support staff that are there to ensure they learn and thrive.
How do we get those teachers to stay, as well as how do we fix this teacher shortage problem?
That was part of the survey. We asked them that question, and the number one answer was pay. We've got to offer our teachers competitive pay. You mentioned the Wall Street Journal article. We have other professions that are competing for our teachers. And in some areas of the country, different states are competing against each other, whereas we're seeing teachers leave one state and go to another, crossing the borders to get higher pay so they can take care of their own families. We watched in horror, honestly, 2 years ago in our Red for Ed movement, where teachers and support staff are rising up and telling their stories of living in their cars or living below the poverty line. We realized as a nation that was not okay, but we did not take the sustained steps to ensure that we could raise teacher pay. The other thing that our teachers said was that we needed to have the resources to address the mental health of our students. After 2 years in this pandemic, they are seeing more and more students coming to them with trauma and emotional and mental health needs, that we must address those. And then finally, they must hire more educators and support staff to provide that one-on-one attention for our students.
All right, Becky Pringle, president of the National Education Association. Thanks so much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you.